Welcome back, everyone. Have you noticed, I'm sure you have, that the market we're in today is very high demand and low inventory? What do you think this does to the buyers that are all competing with each other like chickens with their heads cut off when they're trying to write these offers? This video is about how to write an offer that wins. So, number one, be prompt. If you see a house you like, move on it immediately. It's not like when your parents bought a house back in 1999 and they could take 3 days to think on it. It's not like that anymore. While you're thinking, other people are submitting offers. So keep that in mind. Be prompt. Number two, have your pre-approval ready. I've mentioned this in a previous video that it's super important to know your buying power ahead of time, to know what kind of loan you'll be using, and make sure you pick a lender that can close in around 30 days or fewer, because that's also super important in this market. Number three, submit your best and final offer upfront. Don't waste time saying, oh, I'll lowball them and they can counter back, because if they receive another offer that's better than yours, they're not even going to bother countering you. They're just going to accept the better offer or counter that one. So put your best and final upfront first. Number four, offer at or above asking price. Now, in several markets ago, we were able to, knock off some money for the buyer, get their closing costs covered, stuff like that. And it's not that you can't get closing costs covered in this market. It's just that you need to keep in mind, if you go below asking price, you're probably not going to have much of a shot, because there are plenty of other people that want this house and are willing to go over asking. So especially if you're asking for things like your closing costs to be covered or extra taxes, title insurance, anything like that, it's typically best that you add those on top of your purchase price, so that the seller is technically not netting much less, but you're still getting help up front. That's the goal. Number five, increase your earnest money. Earnest money, again, is a good faith deposit to show that you're serious about moving forward with the purchase of a property. So if you're willing to put down, say, $1,000 in earnest money, and the other guy has the exact same offer as you, but he's only putting down $100, who do you think has the better shot? It just shows that you're serious and willing to move forward. Number six, shorten the inspection period, the settlement period, or the closing date. Obviously, the sooner we can get all of these things done, the better. Time is of the essence. It looks more appealing to a seller to be able to close in 30 days than it does to be able to close in 60 days. So just keep those dates in mind. Number seven, keep it clean. Don't add unnecessary contingencies. Now, there are things you may have to add to your offer, like this deal is contingent on the sale of a current home in order to move forward with this property. But there are other things you can add that are unnecessary contingencies. For example, if you know that you're covering your closing costs and taxes, maybe it's not necessary to ask for title insurance, stuff like that. Just pick your battles. It's a little bit of give and take both ways. It's not how much can I get, greedy. We don't want to be like that. We want to give and take a little on each side, because if you put your offer up front asking for way too much, you're less likely to get help later, say during the post-inspection phase. So in order to submit a winning offer, keep it firm, keep it tight, keep it steady. Ask your realtor tons of questions and trust them, because they ultimately know how to negotiate for you. So if this is the house that you really don't want to miss out on, you have to share that information with your realtor. If this is one where you don't necessarily see yourself living in it for all that long, but if your offer gets accepted, great, then that's another way that they can negotiate for you. So just keep all these things in mind, guys. I hope this helps. Happy hunting.